Untitled Podcast with us. This is another episode of the Untitled Podcast. Again, this is your boy Young Silk. To the right of me is my boy Never Tell. On the other side, we got my boy Booby Ian. Go ahead and introduce yourself, my boy.
Yes, sir. You know, the voice on the rise. I'm your host, Boo, man. Got my guy with me, GTO Jones, one and only.
What's going on?
The Milwaukee Miracle.
You did it again.
All that. Every single time. I'm saying every single time.
Well, we have a visitor that seen me when I came through.
Yeah,
He'll be able to
man.
tell you a little
Yeah,
bit
we-
more. So straight.
We're going to get into it, man. So
Yeah.
we got a very, very special guest, man.
Very special.
You know, 2013 state champion.
Legend,
You know what I mean?
Savannah Royalty.
Savannah Royalty, man. Bronx, New York native. You know what I mean? Creator of this here event that we, you know what I mean, that we here for. Let me know what I, you know, let me know tomorrow.
How about
Hey,
that?
you
told
told a lie.
You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? So a legendary coach, you know what I mean? One day that really brought a lot of flavor to the city, man.
He got
You
some
know, yeah.
crazy Facebook post, you know what I'm saying? He had a long post about all the players. So I'm
man.
real happy to see him today.
I'm
Cause
thinking about my
this
name
is
on the
gonna
list.
see-
I just stop saying I'm in the list.
Hey, that damn list, his name was on the list. I ain't heard the end of it yet.
No, man.
Hey,
Oh yeah, Ian go back a ways.
Hey,
You go back a ways.
So if you hear the voice now, we got Coach Gordon in here today with us, man.
Hey,
Some
thanks,
applause,
y'all.
man. Give me some applause.
already gone, man. We got it, man. What's up, Coach? How you feeling, man?
Man, I'm feeling great. You know, I'm feeling good, man. I'm with the brothers, man,
Yes, sir.
just kicking back like on the couch somewhere,
Yeah.
talking sports. So I appreciate y'all for what y'all are doing to elevate my event, because really, y'all are bringing the elevation to what it is that we trying to establish here.
And I wanted to ask you, like, what inspired you to do this event?
Hey, that story is funny. Hey, I came for Johnson's graduation, and so I'm on my way back to my car. I'm walking to the car, and the guy come running around the corner and tap me on the shoulder, you know. Well, hey, look, none of us. I'm looking at every bro in this room. I know anybody run up behind you to tap you on the shoulder, all right?
Yeah.
Yeah. They in that space.
For sure.
So, you know, I turned around, the guy said, I need you to help me have high schools play in this arena. That's how that started.
That's no problem.
Yeah, well, you know what? But the funny part was, he said to me, do you think we could pull this off? What did you just say?
Ain't no problem.
Hey, that's exactly what I said. And so, yeah. Say, hey, repeat that one more time. Yeah. And so, what happened was, he told me the 4 teams that he wanted to incorporate into it. And so I said to him, well, you know, I know all the coaches in the area. I just didn't know the coach that well from Calgary. Okay. But he wasn't certain whether he could have gotten any of the coaches. So I made him quick phone calls. I said, I have an answer for you. This was a Thursday. I said, I'm going to have an answer for you by Monday. Well, I already had that answer Friday. So I hit my guys up. Man, every coach that I talked to said, oh yeah, coach, let's do this. Them son of a guns forced me back to work. That was the deal. So I'm here.
Yes, sir. So we talked a lot about, you know, me and Kevin George on this a minute ago. We talked about the coaches in Savannah, right?
Right.
And the big game, you know, beach and the high game played at Citizen. You know what I mean? It kind of went away, and a lot of the newer generation, younger generation, don't understand
What that history was?
Yeah.
Oh,
You know what I mean? They don't understand what that look like. So for you, like, how important is it for you to kind of bring that culture back, bringing the not just Reason tournament, I know
Cities in the
ultimately
field.
goal, but bring that big game into a big arena. You know what I mean, for the kids to experience.
Well, listen, you guys know that recently I've been in all the big games, whether it was against Savannah High, or whether we were playing Jenkins, or whether it was Windsor. So those were all big games. A lot of those games couldn't be held in that high school gym.
Exactly.
Right.
And so Civic Center, we didn't have that type of relationship where, and we tried to work with Savannah State and Armstrong,
Right.
They were charging too much.
I was like,
Jeez,
come on,
you
State.
can't
You
do
know
that.
reason
These
because
kids, like-
the region tournament used to be held at Savannah State.
Yeah, when I was high school, yeah.
Yeah.
I played Savannah State.
The region tournament was held at Savannah State,
One,
man.
one of the best beach and high games I saw. was
Johnson
was
Grove.
KC won for 38 in at Savannah State. Hit a game winner with you like go
Jeez.
with 30 feet out, pull it up, took it overtime. You know what? I mean,
Yeah.
They could have brought that back, man.
Crazy.
Savannah State
And
started
so-
charging on the leg.
Yeah, that was the problem.
Your own people.
And so the only thing that I had accessible to me was this guy's wish.
Mm.
And so, one thing I know how to prepare my team for a big game. I just didn't know how to prepare 6 teams for a big event. So this is a learning curve for me. But, man, this is a labor of love because this is my way back in the basketball without being back on the sideline.
Right.
Working behind the scenes.
Yeah,
bro.
yeah, that's
behind
it.
the scenes work.
That's it.
It's so
Yeah.
much important, bro,
Yeah.
than what people realize. But I kind of want to ask you, like you said, you've been in a lot of big games. You've seen a lot of, because I was just telling these guys, like, this game, Savannah High and Beach couldn't be played in a regular gym. Like,
No.
Back in our
it
day.
could not be played in a regular gym.
Standing room only.
Yes.
What was some of the biggest games that you were involved in that you could go back and talk about?
Ooh.
Going back to Wednesday days, coach.
Oh yeah, I'm
I know, like-
a lot of people don't even know I used to coach Windsor.
Right. Yes, sir.
But-
And I hate it.
Obviously, Savannah High Beach.
Yeah.
Then, boy, I remember one time we played beach when I was coaching at Windsor in beach. And we beat that. They had us by 16 at the half, and we came back and caught them. Now, I don't know if the FCC gonna get me, but yo, we stole the ball.
Yeah.
We was down 1. We stole the ball on the diamond trap.
Mhm.
They tried to throw it to the middle. Our key stole it,
Yeah.
went down.
Thompson.
He dunked it,
Yeah.
and he was holding his nuts on the rim.
That's how you supposed to do it.
Hey, that was the game winner.
I'm familiar with that
That's
fella.
tough.
That's a true story.
Yeah,
That's
a
our
true
key.
story.
That's our key. That's his mentality.
Then you talk about the first game we played Savannah High after I left Savannah High. We played them because we knew the year before they had to close Johnson Gym and they didn't let people in.
It was
That-
a close game. Like,
Yeah. Well, I mean,
Johnson ain't was so big.
Yeah. Firefighter.
none of these high school gyms could have held that.
Except Rose.
Bro, I missed
Yeah,
it.
Rose was about the only-
During the time when Jenkins had their little run to
Right.
the playoffs,
Yeah.
bro, you could not get in the Jenkins
Nah.
game, and
Nah.
that gym was
Small.
It was sold out by the girls. Then.
Come on.
Yeah.
That's
The
right.
only games you really had hope of getting into that still was gonna sell out, but you still had a little bit of hope. Groves and Beach when they had them upper levels.
Yeah, upper level.
When they had the upper levels. And Savannah High.
Yeah,
Savannah
Savannah
High.
High understand.
Savannah High had the upper level, but for anybody else, you better get their JV game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Got you, bro.
Well, we played the big game against Savannah High, Savannah State. But I had to suspend Tim, so he didn't play that first game.
Remember that.
I remember that.
I was in college around the time.
Now my son, I can tell it now.
Yeah.
Shout out to
He was at that game,
Jamal.
and I know exactly where he was sitting at that game. You know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But he was, he wasn't supposed to be in the crowd.
Right.
But he was there
Yeah.
to make sure he supported his boy. Then we played them again. I got them the second time. We played them the third time.
State championship.
Yeah,
No, region championship.
Region.
They beat the bricks off us.
Yeah.
Only because little Jason kept shooting them down.
And see,
Three.
Little Jason,
Yeah,
I remember that game.
Listen,
Nobody understood why Jason
I was
was
at college. I was at college, but I was still keeping a close eye on the little matchups and
Right.
everything. And I remember Jason was coming out of his shell a little bit because Jason was a solid point guard that
Oh.
just passed.
Yeah.
But once he started shooting the ball and he got confidence in his jumper,
Okay.
it was like, all right,
Yeah, he-
y'all ain't about to be
Doing
me
me
how
like
y'all
y'all
been
been
doing
But
me.
some players, like Coach Boy could test, like when you get in that state time and you playing in that state time, like a lot of players like to ride off their last game.
But see, listen,
Yeah.
and see,
Jason had a good game to game before, so rather than going to your continuing in your certain position in your passing, like you say he was good at, it
Right.
kind of went to the hit.
but listen,
Well,
he had the perfect setup for it too, and I commend him because like as far as coaching goes, I kind of take pages out of his notebook
Okay.
when certain things. Bro, you had one of the biggest lineups in the state. With
Oh,
10
yeah.
quarterbacks.
Oh, hell yeah.
D. DJ.
Long.
Bruh.
Hey, Greg
Greg.
Morgan. Only one that wasn't
Shout out
6
to
feet
Greg.
or
Rico.
but
He
he
was
was
a
on.
beast. He might as well be six.
He might as well be
Listen,
6
but
feet
the
because
way
he can fly.
The way he did it though, I'm gonna set up in a 3-2.
Oh, hell yeah.
Sadiq, you at the top of this 3-2.
Jeez.
Greg, you on this side. DJ on this side. Tim, you sit back. You get the rebound so
Yeah.
we can press the break.
Uh-huh.
Bro, listen.
You call that just
Man, listen.
exactly as I did.
Jason was all out of whack, bro, because you got
They too big.
6'6",
Can't
6'6" all
see.
across the line. You
Can't see.
You can't shoot how you want to. And Savannah High players, I salute all the boys. Copley is my dog, my best friend.
Shout
out
out
to
to
Chris.
Man, listen. Copley wasn't 100% going into that game. It's not an excuse. It's neither here nor
You
there.
on the court?
But, bruh, the type of system Savannah High ran, all out of whack.
Yeah.
Because they didn't have anybody that could really take you off the dribble. Like, they got to pass around a few times. We're going to attack this gap.
Yeah.
We're going to attack your weaknesses.
But see, I didn't give him no gaps.
Exactly.
I didn't give him no gaps.
No
Hey,
breathing room.
I mean, I'm gonna tell you another secret, and my kids will tell you. I put them on a no jump shot rule. In other words,
go front, boy,
yeah,
Greg.
you go ahead and shoot.
You out.
Hey, the only jump shot, if y'all look at that game, was the first one of the game. That's when Tim took the jump shot. He didn't make it.
Oh, that's
No
good.
more. Everything we got was on layups.
When you
Think
bigger than
about that.
everybody, you might as well.
Come on,
Yeah.
man.
Yeah, everything was
Also
on
jumping.
that. Plus, also, see, my bigs were ball handlers.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
too
even
tall,
look.
shot
Yeah,
too
Sadiq,
tall.
you got down.
Mm-hmm. They want to bring the ball up.
I would guess what? A lot of people don't know. Jamari Love.
I was just about to say love. The spark
Niggas
plug.
forget about Love.
The spark
Yeah.
plug.
And so-
That will dunk on
He's
you.
the X factor for sure.
He will dunk on you.
If
He
you have a
will
good
dunk on. He will dunk on.
If you have a
Hey,
good game, y'all gonna win for sure.
hey.
Yeah.
So I had so many pieces that, I taught
Got to utilize
chemistry.
them.
I taught chemistry.
So who was
But
the
see-
best team you coached?
I'm in there stirring
That's a
like a
great
stir
question.
fry.
Who was the best team that you coached?
Ever.
And that's opposite from the growth.
The best team.
The best team you've
Pound
coached.
for pound.
Okay,
Uh-oh.
watch this.
Don't
This
get in
gonna
trouble.
surprise y'all. That team where I had the twins, Amonze,
I remember that.
I had Dre, and I
That's
had
the year you went
Shamar.
That's the you went five.
Yeah. Hey, tell y'all, you know that team was 26-3.
Mm.
That last game I lost up in the damn Elite 8 in Atlanta.
Yeah.
But
That's underrated squad.
Shout out.
It's
to
underrated
Slim.
squad.
and no,
Slim had that game.
Hey, yeah.
Slim had it.
And so I'm gonna tell you, and I'm gonna take the weight for it. We realized we were good, but I didn't coach them with that sense of urgency
Mm.
because I'm gonna tell you, and I'm gonna be honest. I was assuming we was gonna win that thing again that year.
Mm.
Uh,
I feel
Why
you.
wouldn't you?
Because
Yeah.
every challenge that came, we met.
So as a coach, what would you tell yourself looking back?
Oh yeah. Well, see, I just told y'all.
Stay home.
Yes,
Stay
sir.
home. Because
Yeah.
it's way harder the next time.
yeah.
The first one might be easy, but that second one, boy, everybody got
Target on
eyes
your
on
back,
you.
yeah.
Everybody studying what you do good, what you do
Oh,
bad. Bro, we gonna attack every weakness they got. And I already know, like some people do come back in there with a big head. And seeing that y'all did, bro, teams,
Oh,
how teams coming at Colorado this year?
Yeah.
yeah. Different from early in the season.
Right.
Come on.
They on that serious. Okay, we need to.
They're
What y'all got going on?
trying to embarrass the coach, not the players.
Right.
That's the crazy part.
Yeah.
And to kind of go into that a little bit, especially like looking at tonight, right? We had Kev George come through, we asked them actually off like a little bit about, kind of their preparation for the game.
Right.
So for you got a big game, right? you know, something like this tonight or Elite Eight state championship. Like, what are you telling your kids to kind of calm them down to get them in that mode they need to be in to win that night?
Well, for me, any type of preparation that I've been doing all season,
Right.
I ain't trying to change that shit.
Routine type of guy.
Because if I do that,
That's when you know.
yeah,
That's when you know.
and I'm gonna say something else to y'all. One thing that y'all probably never seen me really do was grab a clipboard and draw.
Never.
I'm gonna tell you why I had to get away from that.
Take too much time.
Number one, they
Don't
ain't
listen.
them play high school
Don't listen.
like
They
they
get
gonna
all
do
that's
that.
how
What you draw.
They ain't doing that.
They forgot
Yeah,
everything.
yeah. And so hey, look, I know that my voice carries, and some things I may say is caustic. So I don't draw up no plays. I during the course of practice, we work on skills, we work on sets, we work on situations. We work on skills, we work on sets, we work on situations. Now, if I've been working on skills, sets, and situations, when those situations occur, I'm gonna tell you what to do, and you just do it. Oh, come tell me, hey, show me where to go, coach. No, hell no, no, it's too daggone late. That.
Play
Too
done.
late.
So-
I know I told Kev that a long time. You coaching during the game, it's too late for that. That's practice.
What?
That's practice. In the game, you adjust. The game is
Right,
adjust.
right.
All right, bet they doing this. All right, cool. This is what we're gonna do. Man, we talked about this. This is what we're gonna do. But you in the game trying to, like you said, draw plays and do. Nah, it's too late for that shit now.
And then Ian, no, a team is not built during basketball season. You gotta be doing your work during the summer.
That's what you always had.
You can do your work during the summer, then all you got to do is make sure that your system is in place because the camaraderie and the brotherhood is already instilled as a result of what you've been doing during the summer.
We brothers now.
Yeah.
Throw it together.
Yeah.
Let's do it. Let's do it together.
Probably fight a few more times during the season, but it's a brotherhood, man.
Hey, and if you got a team and you ain't been in no scraps during none of your practice,
Got a real team.
you ain't got a real team.
Hey, Brian said it. They had.
We don't break up fights, and we keep tabs.
Yeah, we keep talking. He said, we don't break nothing. The boys been talking now. They gonna fight. Don't nobody break up nothing. He said a lot of them just talk, hoping somebody gonna break up. Nah, y'all go ahead and strike.
Hey.
Get out the way.
Look, when I was coaching at Windsor,
Oh yeah.
I used to take them mats off the wall, put them on the floor, and tell everybody line up around the mat. Put two of y'all in the middle. Whoever get bam, get bam. Only because, build tough. It's just like being in the bull ring.
Yeah.
You know, when them little kids play
Ain't
football,
nobody
they go
come
to
to
bull.
save you.
Yo.
Right now to the top dog.
So-
Hey, a lot of basketball players got made in that ballroom in that football field.
Okay.
A lot of hoopers got
Oklahoma?
Hey, tell me, I see it. I seen a lot of them. Hey, I seen a lot of the basketball court after that. You know what? This ain't.
Yeah, it's
I
okay.
don't worry about it.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
I ain't gonna lie, that's one thing I did want to contest, Coach. Like,
Okay.
as far as, like I was telling him, I was like, when I was traveling back and forth from Milwaukee to Savannah,
Right.
Coach Gordon knew me when he, you know what I mean, what I was doing and the traveling back and forth. He knew some of my people and stuff. And every time I remember the stick. He had that stick in his mouth. Like, this over like
Don't worry,
25
I got it with me.
You see what I'm saying? He had a stick, so it was like the way he incorporated his teaching in the players that I kind of embodied and took from him is the confidence that he pours. He ain't gonna fuss.
Yeah.
He not gonna yell too much. You know what I mean? Coach Jordan, they gonna do, but when he gonna come put that hand on your shoulder and then he gonna give you that confidence and then he gonna send you out there and then he gonna look at you, turn around, and shake that head. Yeah, do that shit.
Yeah.
So when I started coaching the kids and like in the city league and other kids, I stole that from him, like that same thing. So it's like it's me and you versus them. It's not just you versus them. I'm on your side. When you do something, I'm your children.
It's crazy you say that because I was about to say, have you found yourself having to adapt from coaching styles from years past to today's times with the
Say the kid's
kids?
sensitive now.
Yeah, they sensitive.
Oh.
They soft as hell.
Yeah, we can go back and tell
I
all
know if y'all hear it, y'all say you don't know
No,
nothing.
I wasn't thinking about that.
I ain't even gonna lie though.
Go back
Like,
and tell him.
I think about when I think about it, you know what I'm saying? Like, I kind of come up in a a little bit of these times and these kids, you know, a newer.
You say you in the middle.
I'm right there in the middle. But it's like I look at it like guys back in the day, boy, they down there had to take care of their household for real. Like they was almost fathers, like men.
That's funny, but
As a sophomore in high school. So it's like, yeah, times are very different because these kids coming out of middle school, they ain't got no responsibility like this kid had responsibility. Like
they got
things have changed so much. But how would you say?
Okay, I'm gonna be clear about this.
Mm-hmm.
I take it as a parental issue more. Because there was a time when look, at Windsor, if my kids saw me turning my ring around and I would call a timeout, we all come in a timeout.
Yeah.
That's right. I'm touching that.
Get in tight.
Everybody,
That's right. Okay, so y'all know.
Yes, sir.
I'm touching
By
that.
the way, we do not condone this.
this
We do not condone this.
Oh, yeah.
Back
in the day.
Yeah, it's a disclaimer. That was
Long time
I can't. I don't touch kids. But you know, if you were to do that today, don't worry. Front page,
Going to jail now.
yeah. So that's part of it. As a matter of fact, it's probably so bad now that you gotta watch how you talk
That's crazy.
to kids.
You can't even be straight up with them.
Right,
You gotta beat around the bush with the kids.
man.
You can't
So,
coach like that.
so when I have situations like that, I guess I was fortunate because I didn't really have teams that I've always had enough talent to win.
Right.
Have a winning record. I always prided myself, hey, I'm gonna win 20 games.
Straight up.
The hell I look like going out there, you know. I don't have a
Something
20 win
less.
season. Yeah. And that's another thing that bothers me. Let's just say, for instance, a coach is a perennial bottom feeder. In other words, you know you ain't even getting to the region playoffs. Or if you get to the region playoffs, you know you're a first round exit. So that means you ain't even going to the state.
Right.
And here I am. I'm always trying to win the state championship, Final Four, if that's the worst I'm gonna get. We both get paid the same. So you having a losing season.
And you getting the same check I'm getting.
That's right.
That's
Right.
real. I didn't even
Right.
thought about that.
Right. I didn't know about that. That's a great perspective. That's
Dog, this nigga paid.
Yeah, but the messed up part about that is those kids who have a coach they're not even aspiring to get them
They're just in it for the check.
someplace.
Yeah, right.
You getting that little bullshit supplement. Hey, that's why it's not really problematic for me. Now, if we talking about 6 figures type of incentive, man. How the hell you getting 6 figures out of it?
Facts.
And I'm going to state playoffs, and
Facts.
you ain't.
Right.
So yeah, that happens, and you know, even though we have a brotherhood of coaches, now I'm gonna say this real quick. I think basketball is in good hands with the young coaches today.
Let's talk about passing the torch on the last one.
Hey man, love Kev, love Chuck, love George. You know, Brother Williams, Simon. Hey man, all these young guys are working this.
And I ain't even
They
gonna
doing
lie.
the right way, seems like.
Woodville, new coach.
Hey.
He got him looking
Purdy.
pretty good.
You got some hope.
Looking pretty good.
Yeah.
He ain't knock on the door. He kicked the door.
Yeah.
Like, the way Woodville looking this year, like coming from last year, you'll say, man, Woodville ain't got nothing. They got a new coach, and we ain't nobody worry about it.
And I knew we had some dogs, but one of them I seen since like picture.
I about
I
to
seen
say,
John because he was
Sleep on us if you want to.
But one thing I wanted to ask you, I had a conversation with one of my homeboys back in Park. We were talking about state and basketball, right? And we were saying that, you know, talent-wise, this might be the most talent we've seen in the city as a whole. But the mentality may not be the same as dogs, right? So, you know, we back in the day, you know, like you said, you may not have the most talented team, y'all gonna work. It's a stigma behind a Savannah guard, right? You Savannah guard, you know it's gonna be a war all night long. I remember what's the kid that played at West Side Macon? When they came in the Wednesday gym, and they guard him the whole game. When he check out, the guard walking him to the bench.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like
They did that to us. They did that to Rico.
Yeah.
Morgan County.
Oh, yeah.
Mark was
Oh,
good.
that's
That was
Tukey.
good.
That's
Tukey, yeah, Tukey was different.
Hey.
Yeah, Tukey was different.
All right, but you know what? They had this one kid. He had his nose on Rico's chest the whole game.
He better.
Hey,
Hey,
you know what's right.
that's right. He didn't let Rico get the ball. We even ran sets to try to get him
Get
that.
off the pitch.
But you couldn't throw the pass because they had the pad in the passing lane.
Correct. Yeah.
So yeah, guard play. You can win the state with guard play. You can win the state easier with guard play than you can with a big man.
Somebody-
Yeah, you need a
You
big
gonna need a
man.
big
Somebody
man.
get on the ball.
That
You
guard
gonna
play
need
gonna
a
make
big-
the difference in the long run.
Yeah.
And we told Kev, me and my partner talked to Kev about this all the time. No shot to Tremaine. But if Kev had a game manager the year he went to the Elite Eight,
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
they would have
Oh,
That was
That was a hell of a.
Yeah.
Hey,
that was a state championship.
he was
Yeah.
probably one of the better big men that was
I
underrated.
ain't seen nothing like it.
Underrated.
Nah, yeah, the throwback. He was
He
throwback.
could play for us. He could play
Yeah, he
that
could
game.
throw like
a
a
jump shot.
He led, like he was in the top 5 in the nation in blocks.
I remember
Like,
people asked me about Rose, and I said like that kid averaged about 8 blocks a game. I said, go watch.
Had to
Go
see- I had to
watch.
see
Go watch.
it myself.
Watch.
And he a throwback because he blocking shots. He not sending them to the stand.
No, he catching
Nah,
them.
he blocking them, catching them, and we kicking out and we run.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's
Keep
an
it in
old
bounds.
school big. Like you
Keep
don't
it
see
in
that
bounds.
normally. They trying to
Put it in the
get
second
highlight.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Make the crowd go wild.
Yeah, bump your chest a little bit, but nah, he
So I got a question for you. I talk to people about this all the time. I'm pretty in the middle of the field.
Nigga said, how old you? No.
29. But yeah, I've seen a lot of basketball, and I have these talks all the time. Who has the most consistent program out of high school basketball in the city? Now you look at Savannah High. Savannah High have had their great years. Windsor had their good years. But when I look at it from a whole
How long you talking? 20 years?
like 20 years, if we talking 20 years, I'd say Johnson. I
We
feel
talking
like
20
Johnson hasn't missed the playoffs not one time since
Yeah, that's
I've been probably like in middle school.
Johnson took off when Toby them that. That's what he did.
And-
When Toby them, you got Rail came in after that. Yeah, Toby and Ben coming in first. And Toby shot Toby McDowell. Toby was in the room.
See, I about years
Toby
before
had
Johnson
two
had.
Nah, but I can't say Johnson had it during my time.
Okay.
Yeah, because during my time, he could say that's when you had Harry, JJ, Orange. You know what I mean? We beat Kwame twice. Like,
Oh, yeah.
so it was like I said, it was a point in Savannah High when we didn't lose at home. Like,
Once again to the Untitled Podcast, man. Once again, doing the Savannah's 2 favorite podcasts, your favorite podcast, and great shows on earth, man. I'm here with to the right of me. I got Barry with me, man, from the podcast shop.
Yes, sir.
You know it.
You back with us today for day 2 of the Seaport Shootout, man. To the left of me, you already know it's me, Young Sil. To the left of me, I got my boy Ben. I got my boy Jay. I got Caleb. I got some 2 legends in the building, man.
Absolutely.
2 legends in the building. Coach Anderson and Coach Williams. Man, listen, man. I done came up Civic Center. I say this all the time, but I'm gonna keep going back to it. Civic Center, 5 years old, FUBU jersey. Him on the sideline.
Fubu jersey.
Stressing.
Fubu jersey.
So I already know, like, I'm well aware of who you are and what y'all do for the city, man. You know, it's good to see you still coaching this late in my life. You know what I'm saying? Like, still setting a good example. How you doing, Coach?
I'm doing fantastic. You know, the kids keep me young.
And if y'all didn't catch the voice yet, this is, I said Coach Williams, but you may know him as Coach Doug.
Oh,
Hey.
Come on, man. That's some respect, man. That's Coach Dougie right
Yes,
there.
sir. Yes, sir, man. So we'll get right into it, and Coach Doug, we're gonna kind of start with you. You know, you've been experiencing in the city for a while. You've been around, seen the big games. You was on the sideline when you was playing high
Yes, sir.
at Civic Center. So for you to see an event like this kind of come to fruition and be a part of it, like what does it mean to you, and also what do you think kind of means for the city as a whole?
Right. Well, you know, for me, and all basketball lovers, we just like that the fact that we get an opportunity to see the best of basketball in the best arena. And it does harken back to the days in the Civic Center when we had the rivalries and the big games to kick off the season. So if we can bring that back, and I know that's one of Coach Gordon's goals. But for the kids who are getting this opportunity, they're unaware of what happened years ago, like some of us are. But they get a chance, and we just took a picture on the court, just as at our shoot around, as a commemorative, something that this is the first one. So Ben and Jack, freshmen on the court tonight, they're the first kids that play in the arena, so that makes it remarkable in and of itself. But if it continues and it grows, that's a fantastic thing for our city. Football is huge in Savannah, but basketball is bigger.
I got a question. So, with you being at BC now, and all of the popularity is on the football team, spotlight is on the football team, how do you deal with that, knowing that it's not a big thing for basketball at BC?
Exactly. First of all, it's bigger than people think. We have a really sound following for basketball as well. If we change the culture and we're able to achieve, Coach Otis and I, we set out to achieve some goals with basketball even before I got the job. We came together in a conversation, an hour-long conversation on the way to watch basketball out of town. And our minds are so much similar. And we didn't know that at the time, but we've been knowing each other for a long time. So we saw it, we envisioned it, and we didn't even know it would come to fruition. Thank God it came to fruition. And so what we're trying to do is establish that culture, which is first. You got to change the culture. Everybody has to look at basketball in a love and a favorable way, the same way they look at the other sports, because all of our sports are very successful. And so, but what happens is we got to recruit kids who are basketball first. And we've recruited really good ball players. Some of them all-state basketball players who played football as well. So it's a tough marriage because football comes first, but it's a really good affair because when they come, they take us to another level. But we're trying to establish our program with basketball kids, and that's why Ben and Jack are in the room.
I'm not gonna lie, y'all got one of the best fan bases in the city.
Oh, yeah.
They're crazy.
They travel.
That's right. They're going to be in the arena tonight.
We looking forward to it.
I was about to say, we were saying it should be like more of a college setting, but when I thought about it, and I thought about y'all, like, they got a football game tonight, so that's, but I know the cadet crazies are going to be in the building.
Yes, that's
Now
right.
they call it.
It's crazy.
That's right.
So, I got a question for Coach O. Like, not really a question, but, man, Arante Anderson, that's my boy. I trained him for a little while, so I heard many stories about you.
Oh, you
So
take
it's-
pops. Okay,
Yeah.
okay.
Like, I heard
Dog,
many stories
yeah.
about you, you know what I'm saying? So, it's good to finally meet you. How do you feel on the sideline next to a legend? Like, how do you go about your days, like, how do you feel your position?
Well, actually, I just follow his lead. Like we really work very well. We complement each other pretty well. Like Coach said, we kind of think alike, but there are some things that we bounce off of each other. Yeah. So it's just a good blend, though. So the main goal is we want to produce high quality basketball players. So as long as if that's our goal, then we're on the same page. We'll keep moving forward. It's been a great experience so far. I know Coach, man, from way back when I was a teenager playing basketball with the old guys at Lake Man.
Yeah.
So that's why I met him. Man. That was
Outside.
like,
Yeah. Double rounds. That's
and that was back in the 80s maybe, late 80s. I mean, I was a little pup, but I played with the older guys.
That's how you get
So,
Like your boy.
So, and I mean, back then the park was crowded, man.
Yeah,
I mean,
the lake was it.
yeah,
Especially
it
on
was
Sunday.
it. On Sundays,
Yeah,
man.
the lake was it. The best talent in town came to the lake on Sunday.
Right. So yeah, man, and since then it's just been we always had a friendship. When I seen him, we talked. So like you said, one game we went to, I forgot it was a playoff game. We were just talking. I stopped coaching for a while. I was like, yeah, I'm kind of done with it. But I told him, I said, man, if you ever get a job, I'll coach with you. But then that's it. So,
Right.
because some people you just don't mix with. Not saying that they're not good coaches. They
Right.
are good
Yeah,
coaches.
sure.
They just have
The
good
personality
style.
kind of class.
Right. So yeah, man, it's been a great marriage so far. I enjoy it. BC is it's a little different, like you say, with football.
Yeah.
So we have to kind of
Your own culture.
we have to kind of redirect some things because if you notice, we don't start our season when everybody else starts. Like most guys now, they're playing 4 or 5 games.
And our first game is today.
Our first game is today.
Oh, okay.
And really, we only took this game because of the arena. The other years, we don't play our first game until the Christmas time.
I'm about to say, had to take the opportunity, man. And it's the perfect tune-up for the young guys like my boy Ben. It's time, man. Like, this is gonna be a great experience for you, my boy. So just soak it in.
That's what I was gonna ask the players. How y'all feel about this being the first hoop shootout? Do it seem as big as it is, or just like a regular game y'all taking it?
I think it's big.
Yeah.
Big arena, a lot of fans.
I'm excited, I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah,
It's
definitely a cool experience. Yeah, absolutely, man. So for y'all, and y'all been a part of big games, you know what I mean, last year, Final Four, you know, y'all been in front of big crowds, you've seen the crowd that may not know who y'all are. So for y'all going into the game, it's gonna be some nerves, right?
Yeah,
But,
of course.
but coming in, like, what do y'all kind of do to kind of get yourself in the mode to understand this is another game to go out and hoop?
I just try to get my guys together and we just talk for a few minutes before the game. I tell them to run down, and I just try to cheer them up and all that good stuff. So yeah.
Okay.
What about you, Jay?
Yeah, like he said, he does a good job of like getting us ready. He talks to us 4 games, he gets us ready.
You're a sophomore, Caleb?
Junior.
You lead by example, or are you more of a
Yeah.
vocal leader?
I leave on my coaches. I mean, my coach, they put me in the right positions to lead, so that's what I go by.
I tell you, man, the funny thing with Caleb is when Caleb was coming up, I was working in Fuller, right?
Oh, okay.
So his pops played in my summer league when I worked at the Y, so I knew who Caleb was for a long, long time. And I remember telling people, hey, don't tell y'all, some kid in Fuller. He's not playing
Don't
this
sleep.
just yet.
Yeah.
Just understand when y'all see him is different. Like, man, he ain't Fuller, he ain't doing nothing. He,
Facts.
you know what I mean? So one thing I did want to just kind of get from you was once you kind of came over to the city, you know, I mean, we went and played for the Warriors, played for the Eagles, you know what I mean? So for you always kind of had a target on your back just because, you know what I mean, they didn't really know who you are, you know what I mean? And then you go out there and you start shooting and all that, like now they mad, right?
Yeah.
So is that kind of motivation for you or?
Oh, of course. Yeah. I would have long talks like with my pops, and he would tell me like what other people would say, and I wouldn't let it get to my head, but I'll just go outside and just shoot around, just clear my thoughts.
You remember what they say, but
Yeah.
you don't focus on what they say.
Yeah.
Son of a bitch. Gotta have it.
Yeah, that's kind of part where it says the building story. It's kind of the beginning of it, right?
Come on, man.
Like everybody got something to say. All right, cool. I'm looking for you, looking for you, looking for you. So yeah.
I feel like that's gonna be their story, though.
Nah, for sure.
Honestly, like, cause y'all are gonna be the least expected. Like last year, nobody expected BC to be in the Final Four.
Nah,
Right.
Nobody expected that.
You know, the funny thing is, we expected it.
Yeah,
I
we
told
see.
Coach, I told Coach, I said, Coach, I came with one of the region games up at Burke County. It's hard to win in Burke County.
Yeah.
It's hard to
We
win
talking
in
about
Burke
country
County.
towns.
Yeah.
They give you
Southeast Bullets.
Southeast Bullets, it's hard to win in those
So-
towns, so you can't take those victories for granted. And when we went up there, we had a really good game, and I looked at Coach, I said, Coach, we going to Final Four. And those was before the region tournament.
You gotta
Because-
be
You knew.
I was one of our goals too. That was one of our goals.
What was it about the team that gave you that idea, gave you that feeling?
Man, it's the aggression we play with.
Yeah.
We play with fours.
Yeah.
A lot of
That team last year, we played with fours.
A lot of
You come in the door, they smack you.
Come on,
We
man.
play with fours. And you know, that's the thing we want to embellish in our players. All the guys I coached before, that's the main thing I say, we're going to play with fours. I don't care win, lose, or draw, you're going to know you've been in a fight.
Even the freshman.
Right.
So you see a lot in the big stage like that, the freshmen get a little timid, they gotta take to the second half to get
Man, listen.
more.
Taking a step back.
Yeah.
Caleb was a special freshman. It's not too many guys.
Love it.
He's an extreme competitor.
Yeah.
People think because he's quiet, he
Now,
talk much.
baby faces that.
Yeah.
Man, between the lines, yeah.
I'm a whole different now.
Yeah, between those lines, when the ball goes up, it's a different guy.
So Coach Dougie, man, so kind of to that point, because you coach some guys, you know, you coach Doc at the high, you know, you coach Boone, or one of my best friends growing up at Beach. I remember Boone freshman year starting, I'm seeing, Boone starting? Like, Beach? That team? That's crazy. So, you know, I mean, this is guys you coach for you.
I'm about to say,
obviously.
Stephon Frazier last year.
Yeah, absolutely.
You know what I'm
So,
saying?
so many different guys that you coach. So for you, how do you adapt? Because again, you know, coaching a Doc and then coaching Caleb, two different types of kids. You know what I mean? So for you, what do you kind of take into it? You know what I mean? Kind of motivate them, keep them push the option. Again, coaching them two different guys, you know, high skill level guys, but mentally, you know, physically upbringing and all that kind of stuff is different.
Way
So,
different.
Yeah.
It's funny, I'll tell you a quick story. The first time I saw Caleb play was around the same time you were watching him play.
Yeah.
And as Caleb grew, I saw him play middle school ball against one of my buddies who was coaching at Blessed Sacrament. Caleb doesn't know the story. Right. So no, I wasn't recruiting.
Oh,
I was
okay.
coaching against him.
Oh,
So the coach at Blessed Sacrament, every end of the season, he would contact me and say, "Hey, coach, come by. I need you to look at my guys and look at who we're playing against." And they were playing against Caleb's team. And Caleb's team was cutting their butt. I think they had won all the games against Blessed until the tournament. And I said, "Coach, I don't know what you see, but if you don't stop Caleb, you're going to lose." And I said, "You know what? You might not even be able to stop him, but maybe you could shut down the rest of those guys, because Caleb is so crafty. He finds a way to get the ball. He finds a way to get buckets, right? He was little at that. He was your size then. He wasn't big like he is now. He was little. I was like, that's really uncanny for a kid." So when I got a chance to start working with Caleb from 8th to 9th grade, I told people who really knew the game, he reminded me of Murdoch. And if you just look at it, you go, no way. Games are totally different, but I'm going to tell you what happens. In the ball game, Doc would do what needed to be done. He's the same way. They make plays. In our last game, in the Final Four game, which we should have won, we fought an uphill battle the whole game, but it was an internal battle that we were fighting with ourselves because of the stage we were on. He had 32. He made all state last year as a sophomore. Preseason.
I had 31.
31.
He's not gonna let you make a mistake with 31, but you know, just in the fight. And that's how Doc was. In the fight, you might not know it until after the game how much trouble he caused. You know, because I coached Doc 2 years. In our first year, we should have won the state that year. I coached him as a junior. Coach Jordan and I, we coached him as a junior, but he wasn't the leader. He respectfully allowed other people to lead, seniors. The next year, we won the state championship. I'm looking back, I'm like, if we had let the dude take the reins, we'd have been fine. You know, so it's his team, and we've been telling him that from the beginning. But when you look at them, their games are different, but it's that internal factor which is constant. When you know you're with a great player, it's what's inside of them.
Absolutely. I don't know if you guys really realize like who you are playing for, but this man is coaching guys. I'm telling you, I know a lot of times, you know what I mean, your coach starts talking, you tune him out because he's the same thing over and over, you know, he kind of rides you. But trust me, both these guys, you know, honestly, I mean, because Tay was actually killer. Old man said, you know what I mean, he wasn't the biggest, but they knew Tay.
I was at the games.
That boy was at least 6'2". He would have been in the NBA.
Oh, I know, absolutely.
He's 6'1", 6'2". I got a question for you, Coach. Like he said, you coached many great players, and you started out probably like 80s, 90s, around that time. How do you adapt? Because I asked Coach Gordon the other day, how did he adapt from coaching guys in the 80s, 90s to coaching guys now? Because I know it's very different. How did you adapt to the times?
Well, as a coach, your first job is to find another coach better than you. Number one.
I heard that.
Yes. You know, you want to surround, Coach Jordan taught me that. You want to surround yourself with great people, you know? And so, if I fall asleep, if I take a break, if I walk out of the room, if I don't pay attention,
Right there.
Yes, sir.
got it. Got it. So that carries through all ages. Now, are kids different today? Yes. They're vastly different. Their interests are different. Their grit is different. Ours isn't. So we bring that same,
The old school.
yes, every day. And sometimes it hurts. It doesn't, Ben. Sometimes it hurts, but we try to show them every practice how much love we have for them too. That doesn't change. So the language of the game changes. The emphasis on certain points in the game, the emphasis on the three, that's changed, you know. But what happens in the gym is that we impact them to be men. And that doesn't change.
Right.
So our frustration might change, their frustrations might change, because things I could do in the 90s, I can't do with kids anymore. But we gotta be more innovative in the ways we get them to drive to get to that internal, I'm not gonna quit factor, and then move beyond that point. Yeah.
So, piggyback off this question he asked Coach Gordon after the interview, and that was an amazing question that we want to make sure we ask you. It's a two-part question that can add a little bit to it. So the first question is, what was your favorite team that you coached? And also, what qualities of that team kind of led you to be that favorite coach?
That's an easy question.
Not yet.
And you're gonna hear why. The 2001 team, I think, my memory isn't like everybody else. I can't remember specific groups. I tell people all the time, I only remember when I lose. So,
Short memory.
So, the 2001 team lost, I think it was that team that lost the championship, the state championship. That was the best team, and I think Coach Joe would agree.
Pretty low enough.
Yeah. No.
No.
This is at the high. Yeah.
Was at the high. That should have been.
I would think it wasn't. It was Orange Tampon. And the reason it wasn't because they only lost 2 games. I think they went 30-2, 31-2, something like that. Yeah. But what happened was they played like man. We didn't have to tell them to practice hard. We didn't have to tell them to hold each other accountable. We didn't have to tell them to stick together and stay together. They were always together. So as far as a team goes, that's what you strive for. You strive for that internal leadership. We would go and practice, and you would hear the kids say, "Perfect practice. Let's have a perfect practice." I'm telling you, that's real. When you hear that,
What?
You
said like Phil Jackson,
that's right.
Cruise control.
That's right, and that's how they played. That's how they played.
I like
So we've been encouraging Caleb, become a leader, become vocal, hold your guys accountable. They'll do for him what they won't do
The
for
coach
him.
on the floor.
And so as he walks into that role more and more, then he has a chance to take this team to that level. Now, I will say, as far as the best players I've ever coached, he's right there with the best. He's right there with the best. Yeah.
He's just a junior.
And he's just a junior.
Oh, I need 40 tonight.
Yeah.
Don't tip it.
He is up there with the best.
I need 40 tonight.
It was a question I asked Coach Abrams once we finished, and I should have asked him this on wax. I asked you, who do you feel like your coaching styles derive from? Like, what your coaching styles are?
Both y'all.
I used to watch Tubby Smith,
Oh yeah.
Coach K, Bobby Knight,
My favorite coach.
was it Westwood, John Wooden. I studied them. But the people who had the biggest influence in my life were local coaches. James Hall, Lou over at Richard Arnold, Harold Scott. Harold Scott used to mentor me. He was a legendary coach from Savannah High School. And coaches is a real close-knit fraternity. So when you make it to you make it to that next level, then those coaches come into your life. They come into your room and they feed into you, they pour into you. And then too, Coach Jay, Coach Gordon, the locals, and I've said this before, that we should embrace the younger coaches the way the older coaches embraced us and taught us, And even the officials would share, I've had one official tell me recently, he said, whenever you need us, let me come over so I can help you guys understand the rules and things like that. So the basketball community, that's really what I want to see as far as the shootout is concerned, bringing that community, because it's a beautiful thing,
Yes, absolutely.
We had to get together on this. So.
Yeah, exactly. It's a beautiful thing.
Gotta keep it going.
Yes, sir.
Coach, what do you want to say?
Oh yeah. As far as like coaching styles, I love Michigan State.
Oh, it is.
Yeah, we talked about coaches.
You notice, man, his teams, they don't make many mistakes. He doesn't get the McDonald All-Americans like everybody else. Every year, right there. They play with so much force. They play with a lot of force, and I like that.
He put some good pieces in the league, you know, James.
Yeah. Now, when he does get a guy that's going to the league, they make a big push.
Yeah, they're going to the fourth.
They're going to the fourth, but I love his style, man. You watch him, man. Their transition offense, their offense out of timeouts. He's getting a bucket out of time. He's getting a bucket out of time. Late game plays. Yeah, it's great. But as far as local coaches, like you said, it goes back to Coach Ellington, Coach German.
Yeah, Coach Ellington was my coach.
Yeah, Coach Ellington, Coach German, Coach Gordon. I played for Coach Gordon at Beach. And a lot of people know Coach Gordon back then was the JV coach. And Coach Jordan was coaching Savannah High's JV.
Right.
So yeah, it's a lot.
I love hearing this.
Oh, God.
This is rich history.
Yeah, so man, I played for G when I was a freshman, and always looked up to Coach Jordan. He always had those Savannah High teams right there.
Mm-hmm.
Man, it's just been a lot of good coaches.
The coach at Arkansas, 40 minutes to hell.
Yeah. Nolan Richards, I used to love him. I'm gonna tell you another coach too. It's really good, man. Coach Hill.
Yeah,
Statesboro.
Oh yeah, he was a mentor
Yeah,
too.
Coach Hill, man. I talked to him a good bit too.
Yeah, love Hill.
Man, yeah, Coach Hill.
You mentioned Coach Richardson out at Arkansas reminded me of something. I always want to ask you this when I was in high school. So this is at Beach, right? So between 04 and 08, after every tip, it's a backdoor lob. That on purpose?
Yeah. We stole that. Coach Jordan and I stole that from. He didn't implement it, I don't think, but we did. We stole it from one of the Albany teams.
Okay.
Westover, maybe.
Okay.
Yeah, every tip.
Yeah, and so Greg, Tom, I literally grew up around the corner. I grew up across the street from Mr. Brown. Yeah, I grew up across the street from Mr. Brown. So yeah, so they're my people. But Greg always lived around the corner, and I remember we was always talking about all the time, like, man, they know what's coming.
Can you stop it?
The coaches will be screaming, watch for the lob before the game started.
So it happens so fast, though, bro. Like as soon as they took the ball, and you turn your head, the ball is boom.
Greg on top of you, like Greg was on 3-point line.
Like bro, it happens so fast, like. It's like a firecracker to start the game, bro. I promise you, like an explosion, like boom, and it's go time from there, right into the press.
Hey guys, I forgot one guy I gotta mention, man. Coach Booker.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, he taught me too.
Coach Booker, man, because when I was a freshman, the girls practiced before the boys.
Right.
So, and I didn't have a ride home, so I just had to stay after school. So I would stay there and watch him, man. He's a real disciplinarian.
Yeah, the way I teach young kids how to lay up is from Coach Booker.
Okay.
And Coach Booker was my middle school basketball coach.
Small world, man.
Oh,
small world, man.
And Coach Booker, man,
it's all connected.
Yes.
It's all connected.
I'm gonna ask the kids a question, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna kind of lighten the mood, and then I'm gonna ask y'all some of y'all basketball influences. First thing to lighten the mood, Caleb, give me your best Coach Dougie impression.
Remember, it's a gym out there, so not too much.
What y'all think?
I know you got one.
And on the baseline, hit the wall.
What you got, Jay?
Left hand the wall.
That means they got to sprint.
Oh man, yeah, he would always tell us to get down. For no reason. Actually, like, I'll do something good, and he'll tell us like to get down.
Say it in his voice. Say it in his voice.
Hey, I remember this one time, right? All right, so at first I ain't know Ben name, right? I ain't know Ben name, right?
That's messed up.
All right, so he told Ben to curse at me.
He did it.
Yeah, and he did it, and he told all of us to get down, boo. You know what I'm talking about? Everybody was so below, bro.
So we made him do push-ups with big guys.
Got me a teammate, man. Come on, man.
And this is like after 3 weeks of practice.
Oh, man.
Caleb, what's his name?
A little bit.
He ain't part of my posse, Coach. He
You went to practice for 3 weeks and he don't know the man.
That's crazy.
That's
I
why
take the
they're
Seahawks.
a leader though.
So
That's real.
you know, everybody has somebody that they watch and admire in the game. Who is somebody that you look up to in the game of basketball? It could be NBA, it could be one of your cousins. Who is one of your influence on the court?
I think it's Kevin Love. No, Caleb Love.
Okay.
Arizona.
Arizona.
You gonna break
He don't like that. He don't like that. He's a USC fan.
He ain't no Carolina fan, so he just
Listen.
Oh, me too.
Oh,
Caleb said he was a Tar Heel forever,
Yeah, he was
so
a-
you know,
of course.
we ain't got no beef.
Hope y'all play because he give y'all butt
Well,
hits.
Caleb has.
Caleb
Caleb
is a dog.
Yeah.
Hey, listen,
Yeah,
I'm
he's
playing
playing with a chip on his
Yeah,
shoulder.
I want to talk about this.
I like his game.
We got that squad.
Dude.
Who you like that? Oh, okay.
Dude.
So who is one of your influences, my guy?
I was coming in a new role. Where I came from, I was like the main person, like distributor. So I looked up to that Johnson. I like being flashy.
Okay.
I see that tonight. Come on.
Behind the back pass.
Don't get in trouble.
Hey, he doing behind the back pass, he doing push-ups on the side. As soon as he come out the game, down.
You better catch it too.
Yeah.
One of my inspirations, he's kind of like one of the shorter guys, like Gary Payton.
Oh, my bad. You gonna lock up, huh?
Dog, man. That's a dog.
Just needs to get the job done
Yeah.
on the defensive
You
side.
remind me of a little Peyton Pritchard.
I was just about to say.
You give me a Peyton Pritchard, you tell him.
He a dog.
Yeah.
TJ McConnell. He
Come on,
one of
man.
them guys. And I know he gonna make it hustle. I know he.
Thanks.
Get on the floor. Yeah. All that. Miles, you got a question?
One thing I did want to ask, for you coached a lot of guards, right? Caleb being one of them. You say he was kind of cool.
Yeah. Caleb ranks in the top 2 or 3. Murdoch is up there.
I praise
for
him.
sure.
I praise his kid.
One of my favorites of all time would have to be James Smith, Cousy.
Yeah.
And a lot of people don't remember Cousy, but Cousy wasn't supposed to be on the stage he was on, but the lead guard, Cali, got hurt before the season started. And so Cousy's super unassuming, shy, hard worker though. And his progression from the first game to the last game was nothing short of remarkable. And so we talk about that, me and my friends, especially since he's deceased, we talk about our memories of incidents like that. They burn deeper, And so his last game was his best game. His last game was his best game.
Okay. That's how you want to go on.
That's right.
Yeah, absolutely. So, looking forward to a great game tonight. I think the one thing for y'all is dope is y'all's fan base. We talked about before with other coaches how it used to be when I was in high school. If the beach was coming in the groves, as soon as they come out the tunnel, they're booming. You know what I mean? It's an environment. You know what I mean? So for y'all to have a crowd like that following y'all, that's big. That's big, man. So tonight, make sure y'all put a show on for it, man.
I got you.
Fellas, are anything else?
Ben, we're going to thank him for inviting us.
Thank you for.
We appreciate y'all coming, man.
Yes,
It
y'all.
was a
Y'all
blast,
come
man. This
back.
is great,
Yeah.
man.
Always
It
welcome.
was fantastic.
Always welcome, man.
All
So,
the listeners like it.
Hey man, I gotta push back on one more guy too that was a coaching influence, man. Todd Ellis.
You ain't lying.
Todd is a good coach.
Coach
Yeah.
Todd.
Yeah.
Shout out to Coach Todd.
Yeah, shout out to Coach
Who you
Todd.
coach for?
Todd.
Coach Mike Johnson.
Coach at Johnson, but he coached with the,
Me and Todd coached a long time together at AAU.
Okay.
Yeah.
What's your AU squad?
It was Savannah Thunder back then.
Savannah Thunder.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's
Oh, I seen them. You had Kirsten and all of them.
Yeah, we had all the
Coach
kids.
Johnson,
Yeah.
listen, kids, making money.
Yeah.
It was tough, yeah.
Yeah.
Avery,
Yeah.
man. We could go on for days.
We had them on.
Yeah.
But man,
And you guys are doing a great thing.
Yeah, we had a good run, man. We had a good
That's what
run.
we do it for, trying to bring more light to the city.
Yes.
Things like this, we definitely gonna be coming out more for sure.
I really appreciate y'all for coming, man.
Y'all should come by to practice, man. You
Of
can do a
course.
podcast from there, talk to some of the
Oh,
guys.
that's easy. That's easy.
You didn't
We
get
need the permission. Oh, yeah,
Y'all
open the gym,
Y'all might
coach.
want to do our football team.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For
sure.
the Final Four,
Yeah.
they go play Stockbridge on Friday.
Okay.
That's gonna be a good one right there.
It's gonna be a good game.
You can set it up.
You know they going. It's going for number 3.
Number 3?
Mm-hmm.
It's funny too, because it's the first time the football team had to travel for a playoff game in what, 2-3 years?
Yeah.
They don't win every coin toss. And I know because I had to be there before. They won every coin toss. You know what I mean? I'm there. You know what I mean?
I gave him a quarter.
That's coin too. Yeah, trying to get a new coin, trying to get him to go something. Nah, that ain't working.
Keep your money. It's probably.
Absolutely. So Coach, man, Coach Joe, Coach Dougie, man, we definitely appreciate y'all for coming out. Likewise.
Good luck tonight. Good luck for the rest of the season, man. We'll cross paths again.
Absolutely. So again, fellas, everybody, that was Coach Dougie, the BC basketball team, man. Savannah Hoop Shootout in our room first year, man. It's gonna get bigger and better. We happy to be here, man. So until next time, appreciate y'all.
Sir.
Day 2. We back at it.
Yeah, quiet
Untitled.
storm. Sip sweat. Quiet storm.
Chill on me. This is the Untitled Podcast Day 2 at the Seaport Shootout, man. We here today with the Johnson Adams Smashers. You know what I'm saying? To the left of me, I got my boy Kamari, I got Josh, and I got my boy K3, and no other than straight from Harlem. You already know Coach Chuck in the building. You know what I'm saying? How y'all boys doing today, man?
Doing good.
Everybody good.
So, you know what I'm saying? It was a tough L last night, you know. A couple of calls went a different way. Things might have been a different story.
Good ass game though.
Great game though. Great game though. What are your thoughts after last night, Coach?
I think the energy was crazy in the building. Brought the fans out. It brought the city together. And, I just was happy for them. You know what I'm saying? Because I remember I used to come down here when I was younger and watch the games we played at Civic Center. You know what I'm saying? So
I think everybody else said something about it.
yeah, so, other than that, you know what I'm saying? Besides, the game was electrifying game, but I can't say no more after that. I can't say what I want to say.
You can say what you want. What was it? Okay.
I love my occupation, so I can't say what I want to say. Well, how y'all felt?
I was about to say how y'all felt playing in the arena, you know what I'm saying? And this being the first ever, you know what I'm saying, being a part of history, how it felt for you, Kamari?
It felt good. Like when we first came in, the shoot around, the energy, we was feeling good. And then we came in later on that day to watch St. Andrews and Groves before we played. The crowd was already giving off the energy, so we were just ready to feed off the energy. And then when we started playing, the energy was still good. It was a good game, but
Wish it could came.
Always want that.
Let's say. So,
want that
How you feel about your experience in the market arena for night one?
It was a great feeling. You know what I'm saying? Everybody that came out, there was a lot of energy going around. It was just bright lights. You know, it's a great feeling.
Yeah, it was a great experience. My first time playing the bright lights. Want to feel this experience again, the same energy. We started out good. We going good.
So for y'all boys, man, this is really for all y'all. So Johnson as a program really been the top program in the city. You know what I mean? Hell, really what, 15 years? You know what I'm saying?
Since I was in middle school,
Yeah,
I've been out of
I know, now I'm in high school, this is before y'all boys. When I was in high school, when Toby and the boys came through, Toby, Ben, Real, like they kind of kicked it off a little bit. It's been around for y'all ever since. So y'all ain't no strangers to these big games, right? But, you know, on this level, right, since to be in an arena this big and be playing at home, like, y'all ain't on the road to win a playoff game, this ain't, you know, the Final Four, nothing like that. But to have your people watching y'all, like, what's that feel like for y'all to have family here to see y'all playing in an arena this big at stadium?
like it felt good because you know, like you in your city, you got all the support, everybody. Most of the people was going against us though, but
We love that though.
it felt like we was away.
Yeah.
We in our own city, it'd be like that though, so we ain't really worried about that. But it was just a good feeling to be able to play in front of my family and everybody could have came out and support me.
You know, y'all chili bus so big, you can't pack it
No,
all.
right.
Man, listen, boy, it'd be so hard to get in them big games, man.
Girls JV game, you ain't jealous, bro.
It was a good feeling playing in front of my family. My family had came down to just come watch, and it was a better feeling because I'm around this side, like I'm from this side, so like everybody from like college just come down just to watch me. Everybody telling me like, hey, I'm coming to your game, bro. You know, just to show them like, you know what I'm saying, showcase my talent to them. You know what I'm saying, because they can't make it to the games out of town and stuff, so
Yeah.
they come to this game, so it was a great feeling.
Yeah, it was a great feeling for everybody to show the whole city what we could do at Johnson.
So Chuck, you talked about coming down, you know what I'm saying, seeing games at Civic Center. And that's kind of been a theme in all our interviews, like they remember what them games was like, right? And they kind of went away from that. So for you, how do you feel, you know what I mean, this has affected the city? Like how do you feel like importance-wise, like, you know, what do you think it means for the city to bring games like this back?
It'll be real big for the city. You know what I'm saying? Because, you know, from my all the stories I hear about how I used to bring teams in from good teams from all over Georgia, out of the states, you know what I'm saying, to play here in the arenas, the Civic Center, Holiday Classic, all that, and then the war stories about Savannah High and Beach. You know what I'm saying? How the whole Civic Center was packed to capacity. You know what I'm saying? So just hearing the stories, you know, just hearing like the old Blue Jackets, the old Atom Smashers, the OGs, talking about how they gonna win and this and that, and being a part of that, you know what I'm saying? It just felt good to be a part of something that's special. The first time that it happened since probably like 2012. You know what I mean? So yeah, so I think they need to make this. They gonna make it annually, but they need to have more stuff. You know what I'm saying? Down at the Inmarket Arena, because like it's the biggest arena on the southeast. You know what I'm saying? Yes.
That's what we've been
doing. So you know, just sit in the crowd and look at the games and actually be right there on the floor. It was crazy.
So for you, again, that was a big game last night against the High, right? But as a program, y'all reach a point now where a state championship is must every year for y'all. You know what I mean? So how do y'all kind of stay motivated for a game that may be against a local team that if y'all win or lose, I mean, personally, you know what I'm saying, you got feelings for, but in the grand scheme of the season, it really don't matter because of what y'all trying to get to. So how y'all stay motivated and still come out and win them games knowing that at the end of the day y'all trying to get a ring with the season?
I think because we still know we got the target on our back. It's the big target. Everybody want to beat us. And I said it last week. I don't care who we play. We can play the worst team in America. They're going to make all their threes. You know what I'm saying? For real. So they're going to play good defense. And then if they do beat us, they're going to celebrate like they won a state championship. You know what I'm saying? Or, you know, and I tell my kids, like, yeah, they want to talk, you know what I'm saying? But, you know, I try to teach my kids, like, yo, we're going to be disciplined. You know, we ain't got to talk to nobody. Let's talk on the floor.
Yeah.
But I do tell them that if we keep hearing the team talk, keep talking, and we beat them, I give them like probably 2 hours to say what they want to say. But keep it clean though, you know what I'm saying? And now we move on. But like I said, we you know, we know the target is there. I expect a lot from my kids, you know what I mean? Because they're a reflection of me.
Right.
And I know when I played basketball, I was tough, you know what I'm saying? So I want them to be the same way. And I just always tell them, just go hoop.
Yeah.
Just hoop. And they're gonna be all right. So yeah, so that's why, you know, we able to, you know what I'm saying, every year in, year out, you know what I'm saying, we able to do our thing, because when I had number 2 last year, a lot of teams didn't want to play me.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? A lot of teams didn't want to play me. But I got a lot of phone calls this year about playing me this year. You know what I'm saying? You know, so but you know, it's all good though. It comes with the territory. But at the end of the day, I always make sure my kids play a tough non-region schedule.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I want to win in non-region games. Yeah, that's why they get showcased. This for them.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's not for me. You know what I'm saying? So if you come to my program, you know what I'm saying? If you are in my program, you're going to see some things that you've never seen before. You're going to play in a showcase. This morning, you know, we got invited to a showcase for next year, a big showcase in Florida.
Yeah.
But, you know what I'm saying? But it's for my kids. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, that's to your question. That's what it is.
Yeah, for sure.
So it's kind of crazy you said number 2 from last year. Shout out to Tony, you know what I'm saying, doing this thing. I want to ask you a question, Bart. Well, Josh.
Keep it official.
You know, do you feel any pressure knowing that you're the top talent in the city or one of the amongst the greatest in the city at this time? And do you feel like you have big shoes to fill coming up behind TP?
I feel like it's no pressure. I just feel like it's just keeping just another day. I don't feel no pressure. I don't feel like I gotta it's not a lot of shoes to fill. It's just like just gotta just keep on playing. Ain't nothing too much about it. Just
How was that for all y'all? You know what I mean? Coming out this year, obviously y'all had TV last year, right? You know what I'm saying? This year, first game, big game, you know what I mean? You look to your left, look to your right, the 2 ain't there next to y'all. You know what I'm saying? You got that. So so for y'all, how do y'all, you know what I mean, really kind of find, you know, a way to keep that going? Because again, last year y'all get to a little wreck, you know what I mean, get a little hard, get the ball, get out the way. You know what I'm saying? This year's on y'all to do that now, right? So kind of how do y'all kind of do something in that mode?
we just adjusting. Everybody on the team got new roles this year, so we just adjusting to this at the beginning of the season, but it's all gonna play very soon.
Everybody know their roles, and the boys that we got on the bench, think them boys gonna step up. Them boys ready. Like we got faith in them. We got faith in each other. Even though we ain't got Tony or Mal, we know we still gonna have the same outcome or even better outcome on the season.
It's like we just gotta play. Like they had some big roles for us last year, just giving the ball, just move out the way. But now we don't. It's like that, but it's not really like that because now we have a team. We trust each other more.
Yeah.
It's better chemistry. So like we just drive, cut, give it to a person we trust them. So it's like that.
One thing about them is like on my players, like it's so crazy. I cut him like 30 times. I heard that he was like I couldn't yell at him that he'd shut down. Never did that. I'm always barking on him.
Right.
He didn't play much his sophomore year because he had the big head. You know what I mean? I had to. For real, I had to like show him that you're gonna do it my way or no way. You know what I'm saying? And it humbled him. You know what I'm saying? Like when it humbled him, me and him became more closer. We got a better relationship. You know what I'm saying? So all my kids, you know what I'm saying? They know I love them. You know what I'm saying? They know I fight for them. You know what I'm saying? So when I do bark on them, they know it's nothing but love. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, I'm still gonna tell them they did right. You know what I'm saying? I'm still gonna encourage them. You know what I'm saying? So they know what it is, man. But other than that, man, these my guys, my whole team, my guys. You know what I'm saying? I can't. Apparently, we all know I can't coach everybody the same.
Right.
Well, I love them all the same, though. You know what I'm saying?
Real
But
coaching.
yeah, so I can't say the things I probably can say to Kaden that I can't probably say to somebody else on the team. You know, because they can't take it. So of course, when somebody say, "Yo, you coaching my son different. You teaching me. I'm supposed to. I had to. You know what I'm saying?
Me if I
Exactly. You know what I'm saying? So everybody get treated different. You know what I'm saying? So yeah.
Yeah, how is that for you? We talked to Coach Gordon about that. We had Dougie come through. He said the same thing, right? You an old school coach the same way, right? So and the kids are different. You know what I mean? No disrespect, y'all. The kids are different, right? His stuff that he did to us, you know what I mean? We was playing, and I know for sure he was playing, right? You know what I mean? That they just can't do that.
You can't box in the chest.
I got punched in my chest.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I got grabbed on, punched in my chest. You know what I'm saying? So it's different. You gotta adjust to them.
Yeah.
But I get them a voice. I always tell them like, what I'm missing, y'all. What can I do better? If I'm coaching y'all too hard, or I'm doing this, or what I'm doing wrong, let me know so I know. You know what I'm saying? So they would let me know. You know what I'm saying? So other than that, you know what I'm saying, is you gotta adjust to the new generation. Like you said, we can't do the things that was done to us. You know what I'm saying?
The Lord made us better.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So, and at the end of the day, how I coach them and how I am with them, I'm like they father figure to them.
Right.
They big brother, you know what I'm saying? They own big own, you know what I'm saying? So it's like I'm teaching for real, y'all. For real. So they always be laughing at me, don't be teaching me and all that, man. But anyway, so you know what I'm saying, I try to give them a voice, you know what I'm saying, and let them know that. And I also teach them about life skills too.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? They all know, you know what I'm saying, it's bigger than basketball. Like these two right here will walk across the stage in a couple of months, and they're in the real world.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I got one year with him, you know what I'm saying, but that's how it is, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
First, I want to kind of lighten up the mood. It is to the last kids. I want y'all to give me y'all best Coach Chuck impression.
We got 40.
It's so much. We got so much.
I can this behind your back.
They're doing it in front of me. They don't care.
It's always in the classroom.
They don't care.
Alright, so let me get y'all a scenario. Alright, say we in the game, and the game close, and somebody do the wrong thing. They say he got the towel, he walking back.
He's sweating.
You're having the towel.
Oh, God.
We in practice, he be like, "Got a bustle?"
And you got it on cool. Like.
Yeah, he said go ahead.
Here we go. Alright, let's say like we in the game, we probably going like a 7-point run or something like that. And so let's say like the team they on our side, like by the bench, he be like, he'll Alex Ben, he be like, yeah.
say we in the game, and somebody do a mistake, he'll turn around, he'll be like, no man said on the phone.
Last night, I had got the game because like we was going too fast. I was getting mad, officiating it was, so I was getting mad, and he told me to come sit down, calm down. And then that's when he had looked at the clock and looked at me, and grabbed my jersey, and slung me to the bench, slung me to the table to sub back in.
That's tough.
Last question. What do y'all boys? I see. What is y'all favorite part about playing with Coach Chuck?
Ain't really no favorite part because it's like everything he do for us, we appreciate it. We got love for Coach. Like we know he got our best interest. Like at the end of the day, after all the yelling and running and punishing us in practice, we still going to
Disclaimer, Coach Chuck is a good guy.
We know it's all to get us better. Like fourth quarter, we be prepared for it from all the running. Like we got this thing called 6-2-6. We do 6 down the back, 2 back pedals, and then 6 more down the back. So you got a minute 35 to make it. And if you don't make it, you go in again. So we do that.
Just thinking about it.
We do that. So we be ready in the fourth quarter. We appreciate everything Coach do for us. Like he go above and beyond. We get new stuff like almost every game. Like, new shooting shirts. We got new jerseys this year. The black people.
Your daddy walking by tossing you something. Don't say
Yeah, we just love playing for Coach. Ain't really no favorite thing. It's all good.
Yeah, what he said.
Either way,
So one thing we asked all the coaches was kind of about their influence, right? As coaches, you know what I mean. So who's a coach that you know what I mean you study, you know what I mean, and who's a coach that you really try to kind of maybe not pat yourself after, but kind of you pull things from, you know what I mean, as a head coach.
I gotta go back to me growing up in New York. I had 3 coaches. My first coach in New York, Thurman Player. He took a liking to me. You know what I'm saying? He taught me the game. All that yelling and stuff, the little thing on the sideline I do, the passionate, I get that from him.
Okay.
Then they got Coach Rock. He always told me that I don't shoot the ball enough. He gave me the confidence to shoot the ball. He told me I had a jump shot. He gave me the confidence. And last one is his oldest brother, Coach Tone. Coach Tone, like, let me know that, you know what I'm saying, nobody can guard you. You tough, you play defense, get out of his way type coach. And they all, and I kind of like put them all in the pot and mix them up like gumbo. Right. And that's what it is, you know what I'm saying? And from down here, y'all just see, they always laugh at me.
Can't say that nowadays.
They don't understand.
So, and down here is like, down here is my brother. I call him my big little brother, Bakari Bryant, because he gave me a chance. You know what I'm saying? He gave me a chance to be me. That's the way that, and you know, being like that with him, he type of coach that taught me to give everybody a voice, give everybody an opinion. That's why I don't micromanage when I coach. If one of my coaches say something, we gonna do something, I'm gonna think about it, and I say, let's do it. You know what I'm saying? If it don't work, you know what I'm saying? Of course, I give him a little eye if it don't work. You know what I'm saying? But shout out to Coach Mike too, man. But Coach Mike, my man. But anyway, it's
not dictatorship.
Yeah, it's not, man. You know what I'm saying? And of course, you know what I'm saying, I look at of course, like it's crazy because I'm 48.
Yeah.
And Coach Kev, Coach Simon, Coach George, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Like, so we all together all the time. Like, it's like I'm the oldest one, you know, OG. So like, I talk to them, we talk to each other, give each other feedback, you know what I'm saying? Of course, all 3 of them, they ask me questions, and I get with them. And I'm the same way, but I don't know everything, so, you know, I ask them questions too. So to answer that question, my 3, you know what I'm saying, my 3 coaches back in New York that taught me the game, Coach Brian, and of course, you know what I'm saying, Coach Kev, Coach George, and Coach side. You know? So, shout out to them too, cause we got a brotherhood. You know what I mean? So a lot of people think that we don't like each other.
Right.
That we go back and forth. Of course, when we go on the floor, we want to beat each other, but off the floor, man, we dead cool, man.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So shout out to everybody, man.
No, that's bad, man. All the boys that other rap
Yeah.
I was gonna say, I got one more question for y'all, boys. Who would y'all say y'all influence y'all as far as the course?
I can't do it.
You had 4 last ones.
He said, "Oh, that's what it is."
I'm gonna let y'all go, but I'm gonna leave you with this.
You like preaching.
It's chill though, but nah, y'all boys' influences, like, who did y'all look up to on the floor that you would try to play your game at?
Everybody already know. Sharif Cooper. When I was in middle school, when he was in high school, I used to watch him every game. I still watch his game, his high school game, college, G League, all that. I watch every game he played. Isaiah Collier, but I watch Kyrie, college Kyrie.
10 games is crazy.
Let's see, who else? I take it back to old school. Watching AI.
Come on, man.
That's really
The
bad.
fact
That's
that
I really
AI's old school.
Yeah, that's crazy. That's crazy, right?
All the tough point guards that I be. That's really, mostly Sharif though.
Okay, I can see that. Yeah, for sure.
I try to let's see, Paul George, man,
The youngest blood PG,
Paul George, SGA, the Clippers.
Oh yeah.
And I try to a little bit of Jason Tatum. He tough stuff, but yeah, Jason Tatum and a little bit of Cam Reddish when he was in high school though, and college.
Real versatile game.
It's a great pickup for the Lakers.
I say Colin Sexton.
Young bull.
Alabama. And what's his name? No, 15 for the Kings.
You talking about
Murray?
Mitchell?
Oh, Davion, yeah.
He from the road.
Yeah, I watched them too.
Off night.
I used to watch all his little documentary that he get posted.
His web series.
Yeah.
Davion gave us 28 and Will gave us 34. When I was at
Jenkins, I don't know.
Was Richie still playing?
Yeah, that was my second year at Jenkins.
Oh, shit.
We played him at Liberty County.
Yeah.
That was
Will
crazy.
got left.
Matter of fact, Richard.
Yeah, Rich too. Rich was tough on the D. You know what I'm saying?
He a football.
Hey, yo.
He was tough on defense. Listen, they always catch me.
Yeah, I heard that.
That was my guy.
Cam running me.
He caught me. Shout out to the guys.
Hey, that court's still out. You're gonna cut that out. Right there.
Hey, guess what? Guess what, though? Don't worry about it. 626 on Monday.
Like you said, every season is really the same as far as your goals, but what are your goals for the season?
To get 1% better. Everybody want to win state championship. Of course, we want to do that. But I think that, state championships won during, during the regular season non-region games. You know what I'm saying? The reason why I do that, to be honest, we got 5 or 6 non-region games. All out of 6 teams, 5 is ranked in the top 10. You know what I'm saying? So then we go down to Florida next Saturday to play at Jacksonville University against another tough Florida team. You know what I'm saying? Then we gotta go to Portal on Tuesday. They tough and shit. And it's hard to win in Portal. You know what I'm saying? It's hard to win there in Portal. Yeah, it's hard to win. So, of course, I know we're going to be there at the end of the year. I know we're going to be there. And our job is to defend our region title. And that is our #1 goal, defend our region title. And we're going to do that. You know what I'm saying? If we don't do it, it's all on me.
Yeah.
But I know in my heart, I feel it in my heart that we're going to repeat.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I catch us now.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Catch us now.
February, March.
You know what I'm saying? And when we was at Jenkins, we used to always say that, you know what I'm saying, when the smoke clear, the cream always rises to the top. You know what I'm saying? For real.
Yo,
For real, you know
wow.
what I'm saying?
Oh, wow.
I ain't worried about that.
Yeah, nah, you right.
I'm being 100. That's me. You know what I'm saying? I'm saying like, you know, I'm 100. But at the end of the day, yo, they wildin', but guess what? Oh, I ain't gonna be that. That's my two man right there. But plain and simple on that. That's the goal. You know what I'm saying? I know what I got. You know what I'm saying? They showed me something last night. You know what I mean? I ain't worried about nothing, man. You know, I'm telling you, man. They always tell them that if y'all don't see me panic, y'all bet not panic. You know what I'm saying? And I ain't gonna never panic. I'm always gonna have fun on the sideline. I'm gonna talk my noise. You know what I'm saying? I know you saw on K3 big three yesterday. I put a 3 up before he left his hand. You know what I'm saying? So I knew it was good. So I'm always going, like I said, I work for them. You know what I'm saying? I work for them, man. I make sure, you know what I'm saying, get them the gigs. You know, they gotta perform.
Yeah, I ain't no snitching before you hit that 3. Yeah, ask me, why you dribbling?
You shot it from behind the white line, or you like
Behind the red line.
I'll be honest. When you catch the ball, it don't matter. It don't matter where you at. It's like on wide open. Like it's like an instant. Like it's just like shoot.
Sometimes you gotta dribble before you be like too wide open. You gotta get back.
Hold on,
right?
man. You like, oh shit.
get right. So young shit.
So man, so for the night, you know, obviously last night's a tough loss. We all done talked about it. We seen, you know what I mean. That is what it is. But for the night, right? You know what I'm saying? I feel like, you know what I mean. Y'all got a little bit of point to prove, right?
Yeah.
So how y'all coming into the night?
What is that?
That is.
Gordon, shout out Coach Gordon.
Yeah.
Yo, shout out Coach Gordon, man.
Man.
Yo, fam, you interrupting now. Yo, fam.
I need y'all to know I got him.
Yo, fam, you interrupting now.
He knew
podcast.
No, hey.
He knew Johnson was there.
Hey, yo. I knew Chuck was back here. Watch this. I'm going to tell y'all a story. This is a good story. All right, first, I'm thinking about Chuck Black here doing the podcast, right? First thing came to my mind was, okay, I know how that's going to go. It's going to remind me of, y'all want to talk about the game, y'all want to talk about practice. Not the game now. No, we're talking about practice. So I'm thinking about Chuck. Chuck's in there saying, nah, y'all want to talk about nothing happened last night. Y'all want to talk about
Officiating.
referees. Not how well we played most of the game.
Right.
You know, there's no referee. Like, man, I had to come, man.
Nah, but you know what's so crazy that he came in is now. I'm gonna share one story with him. Like when I was on the coach, the assistant coach, right? And he's always telling me that, yo, I want you to talk. I want you to say something to me. You know what I'm saying? Because, you know, on every coaching staff, I always was the last coach to join that coaching staff. At Jenkins, God bless, Smitty passed away, you know what I'm saying? So I wasn't accepted at first. I had to be accepted at first. And it wasn't nothing personal.
Right.
I'm new coming into something, you know what I'm saying? Well, he a Jenkins person, this and that. Like, I had to, like, you know what I'm saying? Everybody learned me at Johnson too.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But a lot of people don't know that me and Coach G from Harlem. We from Harlem too. You know what I'm saying? We both from Harlem, so we got the same, you know what I'm saying, background, mindset, you know what I'm saying? So, yeah, I'm a little cocky sometimes, you know what I'm saying? I'm a little arrogant, but it's good, you know what I'm saying? I don't throw nobody's face like that.
Right.
I do it because I'm for my kids, you know what I'm saying? And Coach G the same way too.
Yeah.
So we had the same mindset. So when he used to coach, right? When he used to coach, he used to do his little thing on the sideline, this and that, talk. And he's like, yo, Coach doing too much. I said, nah, he ain't doing too much, man. Let him be him.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I used to always tell him, like, yo, Coach, do your thing. I got the kids. Do your thing.
Yeah.
All right, Coach, you know what I'm saying? And then he's like, Coach, man, I'm about to get this up, man. I said, Coach, you ain't going nowhere, Coach. I ain't Coach, man. Matter of fact, Coach, man, what you think about it? I was like, I don't know, Coach. He's like, man, I want you. He told me that.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? So I was a paddle before I became a certified teacher. So I was with him every morning in physics. This man's a physics teacher. You know what I'm saying? So my mind is racing while he teaching. Like, yo, coach, you got that? I didn't get it. So I'm like, yeah, I got it, coach. I got it. But coach, I got to study for my test. Go ahead, coach, you do that. But you know, he always showed me love. He always showed me that good, that big brother, little brother love. So shout out to coach Gordon, man.
I had the class. I got that covered. All you do, study to take that test.
That's all. That's what he's telling me.
You ain't got to worry about nothing else. I got all this.
Yeah.
But hey, y'all know Chuck hung up in my face, man.
Damn, huh?
Come on.
Yeah, I did.
Hold on. Let me give you a real story, and then y'all will really see how love really reacts. Y'all know I had the nerve to call Chuck and talk about coaching the Carl, and you know.
You text me first. You text me first. I ain't want to answer.
Now watch this. Okay, I knew you. Hey, look. I said, shit, let me go ahead and reach out, because I don't want the perception around here to be messed up. They looking at him side-eye. You know? Yeah. All right, so I reach out. Chuck hung up and shit. You know, he said a little some short shit and hung up. I said, bust me straight on the side of the head.
But I called you back though.
No.
Yeah, I called you twice.
I ain't see it, but watch it.
It was like 3 hours later though.
But watch, yes. But watch this. Then I had to sit back and think. I'm riding and shit. I'm sitting back thinking. I'm saying, hold on, bro. Yo. Think of you. Think about after that game last night. And somebody got the nerve to want to come up and want you to be rational.
I think what it was, what Coach.
Hey, I say, I know me. I ain't trying to hear you now.
When Coach called me, he was talking to me, right? Well, he wanted me to see it from a different perspective, and I was stuck on this way. But Coach, I ain't want to hear what he was saying, so I had to go to the phone. I can't talk Coach right now. But it wasn't disrespectful.
No, it wasn't. No,
it's like when I did it, you know what I'm saying? Probably got like an hour and a half later, I called him back and let him know, like, yo, Coach, you know that was a heat of the moment thing. You know what I'm saying? I was still. Like I said, I can't talk about things that I want to say. You know what I'm saying? That was on my mind still. And coaches threw that kerosene on top of that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, man. That's all, man. Yeah, because I'm like in another body. I'm in my body trying to convey them. Yeah. If I was in his body trying to hear that, I ain't even got headphones.
Well, yeah, but our relationship is rock solid.
Yeah,
it's rock solid, and I love Coach G. You know what I'm saying? We got love for each other, man. Every time anything I need something, man, he always, you know what I'm saying, he there for me. You know what I'm saying? So anything, you know what I'm saying, I know he gonna take care of me. So up and down, man.
Hey, y'all take care of my man now. I'm hollering at y'all.
I love right now.
Hey, look, y'all just got the inside stuff.
I'm on the hook, right? I'm good.
Yes, sir. So that was again the Untitled Podcast and the podcast, man. Tapping in for Savannah Hoop Shootout. Appreciate Johnson High School basketball, man.
All love.
Coach Chuck from Harlem.
Yes, sir.
The top cheese, yo.
You know what I'm saying?
And the best.
Cheese.
Good dogs. Appreciate y'all, bud.
Appreciate y'all for showing love.
Rest of the season, man.
Good luck.
All y'all endeavors, man. This is another episode of the podcast, Untitled
Yes,
Podcast.
yes.
We tied.
Love y'all. So, recap, man. First annual inaugural Savannah Hoop Shootout, man. It's a wrap on that, man. It's a wrap on that. Y'all boys think, man. First time out. How y'all feeling, man?
I love it. I'll be back next year. Most definitely.
Especially if they, hey,
hey, I'm official, my boy. You had a good weekend, ain't it? So.
Okay, yeah.
You want me ball? Show me love. Show me.
Yeah, you win a ball. Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Pop it.
Yeah.
Put it down.
But yeah, overall, I think it was good exposure for the city, though, for real. Like, you can tell the kids, the younger kids get a little rattled when they first get out there. So you know, that's when you know it's a big stage for real. So yeah, that's all I'm like. Come on, man.
Right.
Keep the ball spike everywhere else. That's a media program there.
Nigga.
The dope.
How did you get in? Nigga, no.
I know I'm talking
I don't know you.
Yeah,
That's how official we are, y'all, boy. We in the undisclosed location, backstage, all that, boy. So I feel real important. Like, I love this media shit.
Hey, man, I will say this, man. Shout out to Jennifer Goodwin, man. Like, shout out to her for real, because
Big salute.
yo, she from the jump, she was really about getting the situation coordinated, all that, you know what I mean? And we had to kind of collaborate and get this shit together. Like, this first was set up, like, it was just reporters. They ain't had no setup for podcasts. Nothing. Like, you know, we
gotta make our way in here.
Yeah, like, we need a room. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, we move a little different. So, yo, shout out to her for that for sure, man.
She took good care of us, boy. Took good
Put like
care
a
of
red
us.
carpet for us.
Yeah, roll that.
Really appreciate you. Coach Gordon, major salute you for the love, the interview, the knowledge, all that, man. Like, all the coaches that came on, man, like, even the ones that didn't come on, you know what I'm saying?
I knew you were going to do it.
Wish you the best. Hey,
Keep it real.
I'm not going to. Like, it was kind of a bad taste in my mouth. Because it's like, bro, we trying to promote you. We trying to help you.
Facts,
bro.
that's real.
It's all good. All good. Kinfolk, man. We good.
Hey, I ain't gonna speak too much on it. Big shout out to you. Best of luck to you.
Yeah, man.
You know,
Coach Cab, man. Coach George. You know what I mean? Dougie.
Abrams.
Chuck.
Coach Anderson.
Anderson. You know what I mean? Shout out to Lil Ben, pop first three. You know what I'm saying?
That's my new favorite player in the world. Do not touch Lil. He good every hood, but do not touch Lil Ben, bro.
So yeah, been good for sure, man. You know what I mean? But yeah, I agree with you, bro. Like a dope event for the city. You know, everybody that came through spoke about them old bands back in the Civic Center, kind of restoring the feeling for the city. So you know what I mean? To me, I feel like it was accomplished. You know, obviously, the crowd wasn't as big. There's a lot going on this weekend in the city, so it's hard to kind of come to one spot. But I think that, going forward, man, like especially we start bringing them big teams out of different areas. If they can play, in our situation where really all boys in the city, you know what I'm saying? Like that's really, I think, when that crowd gonna come, man. For me, I think maybe some ways kind of find a way to get some more students in.
Yeah.
Get them involved, man. High school sports is really about the students. Like, that school cry and all that, you know what I'm saying? So having them boys
looking at me like, boy, that's a little pop.
Yeah,
That's a little pop.
Right.
Shout out to my boy Michi, man. I gotta give you a shout out.
Tough.
Man, my dog had 20 against the high. You don't know how big that is, being that you at Calvary, my boy. Like, we gave the high. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to you. I feel like it was more. As a sophomore, man. Carried the boys to that L, but it would have been a worse L if you didn't carry them that far. So
you take what y'all had and take away 20.
Yeah, exactly. It would have been a 50-point loss.
And he one of the young ones that handled the likes well. Like, as I can relate as a sophomore starting Varsity, and you can get a little shook. Especially first couple games. I think this day first couple games of the season. So he definitely handled himself well. I like you.
So who did y'all like seeing this weekend?
The standouts.
Standout for me, man. I would say, he showed me something, you know what I mean? Also, I like to say that.
You just need to say it, yeah.
Very consistent. So for me, my three for sure be the boys.
That's tough. I'll probably have to say Josh Coleman is freshman. Like, getting a lot of double team looks that first game because of high school. He handled himself well. I like McCoy, of course. He had a nasty spit with Breif that was like, brother, you go to the league with that. That pitch was crazy, but yeah. Them two, Josh, can't say that, but yeah. I can't. Yeah, but them two probably McCoy, Josh, those two much stood out the most part.
Listen, like I said, my boy stood out to me. Makai stood out to me last week, and I already knew what he was coming with. I say Savannah. My bad. But I'd say the Savannah High team as a whole. That's what
Can't wait 2-0.
The resilience. You know what I'm saying? The resilience.
They could easily lost that Johnson game.
Come on,
yeah, come down and start in this phase against that team in this environment to go
Fight
down
back.
17 or 17.
17-5. They was down 12-1. I want to say.
Yeah.
So you said most of them juniors?
Yeah.
The juniors.
That's tough. Folks in the crowd start hearing talk like that.
You ain't talking about that.
Yeah, and then you walk that back, you get a win, and that night, like I said, in that space, I mean,
you earn some respect.
Yeah, and you play against a veteran team. Johnson been there. Even if you got boys who may not have played in the games, they've been there. They took the bus rides, they walked to a big arena, they walked to a packed gym. You know what I mean? They've seen it before. And they played against, you know what I mean?
They got a good bit of their core still. Yeah. Really was Tony, really.
Yeah, absolutely, man. So,
like I'm not gonna lie, I had a lot of fun this weekend. And probably my last standout out of my top three probably would have to be probably Sid the top. It's like Johnson. I'm not gonna say they played a bad game, but it's like, bro, when you lose a lead like that, you know, like that's a bad taste in everybody's mouth. Not only yours, but your coaching staff, and then like I told Chuck, like, it's a tough way to lose. It's a very tough way to lose. So, you know, I would say probably my last standout would have to be Bros. How they battle. They battle tested, because I ain't gonna lie, like we were saying against that St. Andrews team, bro, once these shots start falling, it's gonna be a game.
Yeah, to me, Rose probably had the most pressure, but they had the most to lose.
They were supposed to win.
Both games. They was the only team that was supposed to win. Like Johnson losing to the high, like people knew what the high had, we didn't know they were put it together. And the high lost to Johnson, you know what I mean? All right, well, they ain't ready yet. They're in school. Rose moved to St. Andrews.
That's the front page of the paper.
That's everybody is looking at you like, whoa.
Okay, what you doing?
What is you doing? But he's what at St. Andrews City.
Yeah.
So it could have went either way.
And even the conversation we had after the interview with Coach Abrams, you know, just looking at when he talked about the program itself in the school, 170 kids, you know, you break it. If in the perfect world it's 50-50 boys and girls, you know it ain't. Talking about 80 ahead, and you got to put 15 kids out there.
Thanks.
Play a basketball program, be competitive, you know what I mean? That's tough. And we know them numbers ain't accurate.
No
It's probably
excuses.
less.
No
And he didn't make not their excuse. You know what I mean? He said, hey man, you know, at the end of the day, you know, basketball, we come to play. You know, when those excuses when we won back-to-back state championships, ain't no excuses when we lose, you know, here tonight.
Out of newfound respect for bro.
Nah, I'm a fan, man.
I'm definitely a fan. I was a fan from afar, but now it's definitely meeting the face. It's like, yeah, I'm supporting. I say it like this, bro. Like after this weekend, I've always been supportive of Savannah, but it's like I'm even more behind the city, because at the end of the day, it's all about the kids. I want to see these same kids playing TV or even doing something positive for their community, for this community, because you know a lot of our players do make it to the next level, but not all of them do the right thing once they're there. And we're not going to say any names if you already know, but it's about basically building towards a better future.
And I think this event helps with that too, because you play in these big stages, kind of prepares you for that next game, right? So you're not as starts. A lot of times, kids get to that situation, and it may not even be that they bad kids. It may be a situation where they weren't prepared and they get that situation, but they don't belong. You know what I'm saying? So now, man, I ain't even supposed to be here, so they don't move. Because they don't move like a kid who done been through it a million times to say, you know, this school needs me. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's kind of different mentality to carry. So I for sure feel like these types of events, you know, consistently in the city, you know what I mean, it'd be huge, man. Be huge for the kids. Just to see that. Like, I'm real interested to see what next year looks like. You know what I mean? Because I feel like, you know, there was some growing pains today, you know what I mean? It wasn't not too crazy, too drastic, and not too drastic, but you know what I mean? It's little tweaks that if they haven't, then take this from from I would say 8 to 12. Let's go number 10, man. 'Cause, you know, a lot of it Previous fan engagement, man. Like, once you get that going, teams off they are.
Like I said, if you haven't been to the arena yet, man, make sure you get down here. It's a great experience. Man.
Very lavish.
This is what, and it's funny, man. Like Savannah, we always talk about not having this, not having that. Well, now we got it.
So support.
We gotta
pull up. Especially the kid.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
That was my main goal. Like, not my main goal, but my main thing about this weekend. Like, y'all stress about the money. Like, man, when I was playing high school basketball, bro, like, I didn't like to play at A-Market Arena, but I want everybody. Excuse my language, but I want everybody there. Like, give a damn about how much money it is. Come on and see. Like, bro, so
it's a one-time experience.
Yeah. In Bartown, we actually talked about that, right? He said, shit, you know what I mean? Like, my family come down from there to watch me play. You know what I'm saying? Or they coming from College Village to watch me play, and they may not be able to travel to see me in a big game like this. So, yo, we play at the Market, man.
Market Arena, right in the slap of the city.
Shit, man, round the corner. You know what I'm saying? Like, for a lot of them, they round the corner, pull up. You know what I'm saying? So, Thanksgiving weekend, family event, where everybody in town looking for something to do. Those big.
Watch some good basketball.
Yeah, watch some good basketball, man. So absolutely. So I think, they put a bowl on it.
Kay want to say something?
Come on, little Kay. What's your experience like? You had fun this weekend?
I'll say it in the mic. Don't say it at me.
Yo.
Alright.
There we go. We're going to wrap it up on that. This has been another episode of the Untitled Podcast, man. Y'all gonna hear and see a lot more from us, man. Make sure you tune in every Tuesday to the podcast. We ain't got nothing left for you. Go back and listen to the old episode.
Catch up.
I was going ahead and tell them when you drop it.
Man, every Sunday, man, it's like church. We dropping that gospel, man. Every Sunday, man. We get your blessings. Every Sunday, like you said, reach nothing day on Sunday. Go ahead and tap into something old. There's something in there for you. I promise you, it's plenty. You know what I mean? There's plenty of work for you. So go ahead and tap in.